What's up, Niners faithful? Today, we're rediving deep into a question that has been on everyone's mind. What's going on with the 49ers defense? And why aren't we seeing rookie Nick Martin get a shot? Ever since our All-Pro linebacker Fred Warner went down with that dislocated ankle a month ago, the defense has looked, vulnerable. It's been tough to watch. Warner is the heart and soul of this unit, a true field general, and his absence has left a massive hole. Naturally, fans started looking toward our rookie third-round pick, Nick Martin. The guy was a healthy scratch for most of the season, finally making his debut in Week 7, but only on special teams. He's been on kickoff, kick return, punt return, no name it, but 0 defensive snaps. Not one. So, the question was put to head coach Kyle Shanahan. Have you considered letting Martin learn the strong side linebacker spot to get him on the field? Shanahan's answer was blunt and to the point. He said yes, there are discussions, but they don't think it's the best thing for the team right now. Instead, the team has been relying on Luke Gifford. Now, Gifford has a size advantage, weighing about 25 pounds more than Martin. And when you a Sam linebacker playing on the line of scrimmage as much as they do in this scheme, that size makes sense. The Niners clearly want a bigger body there to take on blocks and set the edge. But here's where it gets interesting. Let's look at what Robert Saleh is doing. He has no problem lining up Dee Winters, who weighs just 227 pounds, in a similar spot multiple times a game. Against the Rams, Winters was on the line of scrimmage more than usual because of their heavy use of tight ends. In fact, Winters has logged 54 snaps at that spot all season. So the size argument isn't exactly a hard and fast rule. Now, let's get back to Gifford. When opposing offenses go heavy with 12 and 13 personnel, that's one running back with 2 tight ends, or one running back with 3 tight ends, that's when Gifford sees the field. Against the Rams, that meant 26 snaps for him. And here's the troubling pattern. In the games where Gifford plays significant snaps, the 49ers defense struggles the most. Think about the last month. The Rams, the Texans, the Bucks, In all 3 of those games, Gifford played over 20 snaps. And in all 3, the opposing offenses seemed to move the ball. It felt like they were marching up and down the field. Gifford was brought in for his special teams ability and his supposed run defense. But the stats tell a different story. With Gifford on the field against the run, the 49ers are at a -8 in EPA per 60 plays. That's a net negative. He's a liability when he's out there. This really begs the question, how much worse could Nick Martin be? The fact that the coaching staff is so unwilling to even give him a chance is pretty damning. It feels like we've seen this movie before. Remember how they essentially redshirted Dee Winters in his rookie year? They kept rolling out Devonta Campbell, letting him struggle, instead of giving the young guy a shot. Now, I'm not saying Martin is the next Dee Winters. But the parallel is hard to ignore, especially after watching Sean McVay and the Rams specifically target Gifford in coverage. Let's talk about what Martin brings to the table. At Oklahoma State, he played Mike linebacker, who was known for being a violent, rangy high-end athlete. Now, his instincts weren't always perfect, and he could be over-aggressive, which sometimes got him into trouble in both the run and pass game. But his biggest strength: rushing the passer. His closing speed was disruptive and forced quarterbacks into making mistakes. Right now, this 49ers defense needs speed. They need any pass rush help they can get. Continuing to put Gifford in coverage situations is just a losing strategy that any smart offensive coordinator will exploit week after week. It's a glaring weakness. So, what's the team's thinking here? From the Niners' perspective, this was always going to be a redshirt year for Martin. The plan was Fred Warner and Dee Winters starting while Martin learned the system behind the scenes. They'd find a role for him next season, especially with Gifford's contract being up. But nobody could have predicted that an Iron Man like Fred Warner would miss significant time. That injury completely derailed their plans. Shanahan was asked what the defense is missing without Warner, and his answer said it all. He said, "You're missing a Hall of Fame player." He made it clear he wasn't taking anything away from Tatum Bethune, who he thinks is doing a good job. But Warner is just on another level. Shanahan talked about Fred's intelligence, his communication, his ability to get the defense in and out of checks, and how he handles every kind of motion. Warner is elite in coverage, patrolling the middle of the field from sideline to sideline. If you want to throw over the middle, you have to throw it over him. That security blanket allows the safeties to play deeper and the corners to stay on top of their routes. When you take a player like that out of the equation, it unlocks so much for the offense and puts stress on all three levels of the defense. Bethune has been solid against the run, no doubt. But this is a passing league. If you can't control the intermediate area, that part of the field Warner has dominated since 2019, you're not going to get off the field on third down. And that's been one of the biggest problems since Warner's injury. Robert Saleh has been trying to mix and match, shuffling personnel to find a solution, but they haven't found an answer yet. And the unfortunate truth is, the answer is out for the season. The 49ers are just trying to patch the holes and survive until their defensive MVP returns. Till then, we're left wondering if a player like Nick Martin, sitting on the bench, could provide a spark that this defense desperately needs. What do you guys think? Should the Niners give Martin a shot, or is it better to stick with the veterans and hope they can hold the fort? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more 49ers content. Go Niners!